Hey friends, today we are making a spinach risotto with some Caribbean elements. And these elements are jerk mushrooms. Shout out to all my West Indians and Caribbeans. Heads up, if you've never made risotto before, it's relatively easy. However, you have to do a lot of stirring and you should stay very close to the pot. It's best to mise en place, aka prep and gather your ingredients. Okay, first you'll need to cut up half a medium onion. Doesn't need to be pretty. Mince up 2 garlic cloves. And now for the star of the show, 2.5 cups of fresh baby spinach. I don't even know if it's exactly 2.5 cups, but it definitely felt like I was chopping 2.5 cups of spinach. This process tested all of my motor skills. So to make things easier on yourself, kind of wrap them up like tiny newspapers and use your knife as if you're grinding an axe. Keep your thumb tucked away and pay attention to your finger placement. Also helps if your knife isn't as dull as mine. Here I have about 2 cups of portobello mushrooms. Now these are a bit on the older side, so I had to quickly use them. For me, this is a great meat replacement and it packs a ton of umami flavor. This is a great opportunity for you to get your vegan chicken stock warm. Get your heat going with 3 tablespoons of vegan butter and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Once your oil is hot, drop in your mushroom and saturate them by stirring them around. If you don't manage to get oil on mostly all of the mushrooms, add more. Once your butter is melted, add your onions. Saute until translucent. And then add your garlic. Add in a half teaspoon of dried basil, 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme. Okay, this is a real star actually. 1 heaping cup of Arborio rice. This particular grain is what you absolutely need to make a nice creamy risotto. Stir that up, mixing the onion, the garlic, and the seasonings. Now this part is where my Caribbean heritage steps in. You don't need this, but it would be so much better if you had it. Green seasoning to further tantalize those taste buds. For those of you that don't know what it is, it's basically fresh herbs and aromatic vegetables and spicy peppers blended together, somewhat similar to sofrito. All right, back to the mushrooms, which have cooked down. Some onion powder, and here's why you haven't seen me use salt in the mushrooms yet. This is jerk paste. A half a teaspoon does the trick. It comes salty enough and is super spicy. Back to my risotto, which has been sauteing for 2 to 3 minutes. I threw in a dash of ground nutmeg and allspice, and then I cracked some fresh black pepper and added half a cup of white wine. Stir it into the rice and let that simmer, and occasionally stir until the wine is absorbed. Add in your first half cup of vegan chicken broth and let that cook down until it's fully absorbed. Do not add any more broth until the liquid is completely absorbed. You'll be doing this method the entire way. When the mushrooms cook down, add some water and add some better than bouillon directly from the jar, probably about 1/8 a teaspoon. As you can see, my liquid is absorbed and I create a little pocket to add more. And you have to do this for a bit. It's tedious, but worth it. Now you don't have to add this, but I wanted a kind of sweet, fragrant element with a punch, so I added some Japanese Mirin. Don't judge me. Now to thicken my mushroom sauce or gravy, whatever it's called, call it deliciousness, I used a cornstarch slurry. You may have to defer to the packaging to assist you. It's just getting creamier and creamier. But careful, you want it to be al dente and not mushy. Also remember to taste test and gauge if you need more seasonings. I shied away from using salt a lot in this dish because this particular brand of vegan chicken stock is salty, but it's controllable. Once it's almost done, add your spinach. Then your lemon juice. Let that cook down a bit and add in your 1/4 cup of vegan Parmesan cheese, or however much you want. I garnished with some more Parmesan cheese and a little bit of that umami-packed jerk mushroom, and it was off to the races. This was a hit. A tiny bit labor-intensive, but it was so much worth it. I hope this helped you out, and if you liked what you've seen, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. You ain't new to YouTube. Catch more of my content here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.